Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I wanted to talk to you about what I do with my skincare routine when I have acne. So this isn't like a complicated concept or anything. It's just that I change a few things here and there to help curb the acne and then to help with the aftermath of acne. Now, I don't get breakouts very often, and when I do, they're generally hormonal on my chin. And so if you can see, I do have some post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation from my last breakout that happened on my chin. I also wanted to say that my skin type is dry to normal, and so these products may not work for you, but they personally work really well for my skin type and my skin needs. So the first part of my skincare routine is obviously to cleanse my skin. My favorite cleanser to use when my skin is really acting up is the Acne tea tree oil cleanser because it has tea tree oil in it. Now, the effects of the tea tree oil are not going to be super prolonged because you do wash a cleanser off your face almost immediately after you put it on. But I like knowing that it's in there, and I also like knowing that there's a gentle surfactant in here, sodium lauryl sulfate, that's not going to irritate my skin or strip my skin or dry my skin out. Now, most acne treatments do dry your skin out, including the ones that I'm going to talk about, and so it's really important that your cleanser doesn't dry your skin out because you don't want your skin to be excessively dried out more than it has to be. Another cleanser that I really enjoy when my skin is acting up is the New Miss Med 5% Urea face wash. This one is super gentle on the skin, and so this is really a go-to because I know it's not going to irritate my skin, it's not going to exacerbate any acne. Similarly, from the drugstore, the Simple Micellar Gel Wash is also really bomb. Super gentle ingredients and gentle surfactants. It reminds me a lot of the Glossier Milky Jelly Cleanser if you're into that, just a fraction of the price without the added fragrance in it. And whenever I cleanse my skin, I don't rub super hard on my skin, I don't tug at my skin. I do use a washcloth sometimes, but generally not when I have acne, just because I feel like the washcloth can kind of irritate the acne. So I just generally cleanse with my hands and rinse everything off using warm water. Not super hot water, not super cold water. So now that my skin is clean, it's time to move on to using actives on your skin to help curb the acne. My favorite active to use on like superficial acne is the Acne tea tree oil. Any tea tree oil will work. I can't find this one online, and so I'll link some similar tea tree oils down below in the info box for you to go check out. But tea tree oil is an awesome essential oil to use on your skin. It's kind of like a natural remedy because it does have antiseptic, antibacterial properties to it. Now, when you're using an essential oil like this one, which is 100% pure essential oil, it is essential to dilute this essential oil because you don't want to risk any adverse reactions or severe irritation from using an undiluted oil. The way that I dilute this oil is I actually combine it with my moisturizer. My moisturizer that I use when my skin is acting up is the CVS Health Moisturizing Lotion, just because this is just such a staple for me. This has never done me dirty. It has super gentle ingredients, really good ingredients that are skin replenishing, good for the skin, emollient, but not super emollient to where it'll clog my pores or anything. So the way I just do this is I take a pump of this on the back of my hand, and then I take a few drops of the tea tree oil and I put them in, and then I mix it together to make a little cocktail, and then I apply it just wherever I'm having breakouts. If you have kind of superficial acne all over your face, like not deep cystic acne, because I'm not sure how effective tea tree oil is at removing like deep cystic acne that's underneath the skin. My personal experience, tea tree oil does not help very much, but you could work your way up from tea tree oil to something a little bit stronger if you have cystic acne. If you get acne kind of all over your face, combining a moisturizer with your tea tree oil is actually a great way to kind of disperse the benefits of tea tree oil all over your face without excessively drying your skin out. So this is my go-to solution. My last resort when things are just not going the way I want it to is the Clearasil Rapid Action Vanishing Treatment Cream with 10% benzoyl peroxide. This is extremely drying, so I only ever use this when I have really painful, deep cystic acne that's under my skin, like really deep in my skin. This will get the job done. However, like I said, it is extremely drying, so I only use this very sparingly. I don't use it back to back on days because I find that it's way too drying for my skin. So I only use this once, and then I wait a day or two, and then I use it again if I need to. After you've applied all of your actives, it's really important to go in with a moisturizer to make sure that your skin doesn't get excessively dried out, because actually excessively drying out your skin can cause damage to your skin barrier, which ultimately leads to more acne because your skin barrier is damaged and not able to prevent acne the way it's supposed to. So like I said earlier in the video, CVS Health Moisturizer, really bomb moisturizer. It's huge, it's super affordable, it's available to purchase online online at cvshealth.com or something like that. I'll put a link for this exact product in the info box down below for you to go check out. But anyway, after moisturizer and everything, that's just generally what I do. That's it. I don't add any extra steps to that because I really just want to focus on calming down my skin. I generally don't use other actives like hyperpigmentation actives like arbutin or niacinamide or vitamin C, just because I really want to focus on bringing down the size of the acne and calming down the acne inflammation. However, something that I actually do is I do use a BHA gel. This is the Paula's Choice Skin Perfecting 2% BHA gel with salicylic acid. This is something that I use all over my face, but also can really help with acne because it has a 2% salicylic acid, which is the right concentration for helping with acne. This is also great as a preventative acne treatment because it goes into your pores and it cleans out your pores and makes sure that nothing is in there that can irritate your skin and later cause acne. So a BHA is definitely something worth investing in, and this is definitely my favorite one. I've flirted with other BHAs over the past, but this is always one that I go back to. And I forgot to mention this, but a BHA you should use before your moisturizer. And so if you're using an active like tea tree oil or benzoyl peroxide, don't use a BHA on top of that. I just don't believe in mixing actives like that. It's just my personal preference, especially not mixing acids because I think you can have adverse reactions and increase skin sensitivity. If you're going to use a BHA gel, apply it to your clean skin and then use a moisturizer and then just leave it at that. Don't add any extra acids or benzoyl peroxide on top. So at this point, this is the end of the routine as far as like the active acne goes. But after the acne has subsided, there are definitely things that I can do to improve the appearance of my skin because likely after my acne has gone, I have post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation and I also have dry patches if I use the benzoyl peroxide cream. So if I've used the benzoyl peroxide cream and my skin is having a really dry moment, the Worker Bee Rescue Putty has been something that I've been singing praise to for such a long time now because it really is exactly what it says it is. It is a rescue putty for ultra dry skin. You can see it's literally a putty. It's hard, it's not squishy, or it's a little bit squishy, but it's not super squishy or anything. The great thing about a putty is that you can take some on, smear it onto any area, and gently pat it in, and you won't even be able to tell it's there. For example, I have some of it right here on a dry patch, and I don't think you can tell that it's even there. With this product, a little bit goes a very long way because it is so thick. So just keep that in mind. You really get your money's worth because it's a huge jar. I can't imagine ever going through this entire jar. Worker Bee Rescue Putty is something really phenomenal that I've been using in my skincare routine on dry patches from not just acne, but also just in general seasonal dry patches that I get like between my eyebrows or on my nose. This rescue putty is amazing. Something else that helps improve the texture of my skin is using an alpha hydroxy acid. Now, what alpha hydroxy acids do is it basically loosens the glue between skin cells. You have layers and layers and layers of skin cells that build up your epidermis, but as time goes on, the top layers die off and you're left with kind of like a dead skin layer that needs to be sloughed off. What an alpha hydroxy acid does is it loosens the bonds between the skin cells that allows the skin cells that are needing to be flushed away to be sloughed off. A really bomb alpha hydroxy acid that I've been using is the one from Crave Beauty, which is a new skincare brand. This is called the Hallelujah. This is one of the most gentle acids I have ever used in my entire life. So I use the Paula's Choice 10% glycolic acid, but sometimes when my skin is acting up, it can be a little bit too much for my skin. And so this Crave Beauty one is really awesome because it's only 5.25% glycolic acid, so it's super gentle. This is a great beginner's acid, and actually I'm doing an entire video about Crave Beauty coming soon. So if you want to learn more about this acid and also their cleanser, stay tuned for that video. Something that's kind of a temporary fix for acne, for kind of like improving the appearance of acne temporarily, is using a honey face mask. This is the Worker Bee Honey Face Wash for normal to oily skin. It says it's a face wash, but I generally use it as a face mask and then I just rinse it off. Honey has great antibacterial properties. It's very skin soothing and it's also humectant, so it hydrates the skin. And so if you have somewhere to go and you want your acne to look diminished, I recommend trying a honey mask like this because I find that it reduces the appearance of my acne temporarily. With this mask, you generally want to leave it on for a longer amount of time. Like leaving it on for 10 minutes isn't going to do much for your skin, so you need to leave it on for like at least 30 minutes in my opinion. Kick back, relax, read a book, work on homework, and then you can rinse this mask off, and I think you'll find that your acne is a little bit calmed down. I personally see great results with using honey masks like this because my skin generally responds really well to such a powerhouse ingredient like honey. So I think those are all the products that I have to talk about. That is my acne skincare routine for when my skin is really acting up and I need something to calm the skin down and also deal with the aftermath. If you're wondering about the post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, I have done an entire video about skin lightening agents that can reduce the appearance of hyperpigmentation, like what happens after acne occurs. So I will leave a link for that video in the info box down below for you to go check out. That video is actually a pretty awesome video that I'm pretty proud of because it's actually a video where I talk about the biochemical mechanisms of each of the skin lightening agents. So if chemistry is your thing and you're here for my chemistry-based skincare, I think you'd really like that video. Alright, so that is the end of my video. Thank you all so much for watching and spending this time with me. Good luck with your acne if you're really struggling with it. If you're struggling for a very, very long time and nothing seems to be working, there is no shame in going to see a specialist like a dermatologist. Just saying. So anyway, have a beautiful week and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!